Hello and welcome back to the channel. Before I get into it today, I want to point you in the direction of a little social media platform called TikTok. I am on there, although I'm probably too old for it, but I'm using it to release some of the workouts that I'm doing for free. So if you want to go and check that out, my TikTok name is thomasgeorge_TG, I think it's the same as my Instagram. I'll put it on the screen now anyway once I've double checked. But yeah, go and check that out. I'm releasing workouts and exercises and stuff that hopefully will be helpful for everybody. And as I say, it's entirely free. So go and follow me and get access to all of that. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about today, as you've probably seen from the title, is implementing a mini cut. What is a mini cut? Why am I doing it? Why should you do it? Blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And what else did I want to say? I think that might have been it. So yeah, let's get into it. So I wanted to share with you that I've come across this site called Flex Active and they've got 50% off. I've just ordered one of these weighted vests, so incoming more body weight fitness. Well, it's not body weight I suppose if I'm wearing a vest, but you get the idea. Shorts on here as well, shorts are £5, and I mean they haven't arrived yet so I can't confirm if they're any good, but I'll put a link in the description to go to the website flexactivefitness.co.uk, and yeah, it seems pretty cool. Right, so anyway, the point of the video was to talk to you about a mini cut and why you should be looking to do them, why I'm doing them, and why they are useful. So, a mini cut is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a cutting diet, but a mini version. Why is it a mini version? Because the idea is just to keep your body fat in check. So when you are doing a bulk, so when you're trying to build muscle, you have to be in a calorie surplus, so you have to have more calories than your body needs. And when you do that, you are going to put on some body fat. There's no two ways about it, you can't avoid it. That is what is going to happen. Some people think that eating healthy foods is going to help them to avoid putting on body fat, but you're wrong. It's not going to happen. Your body only understands calories when you're putting on weight, so whether those calories come from a carrot, whether it comes from a piece of cake, it doesn't matter. Your body will just understand that it is calories and you're having more of them. So, you can't avoid putting on body fat when you're bulking. When you get to a point, when you look in the mirror and you think that you're like soft, so you've lost a bit of definition and you're a bit fluffy maybe, however you want to describe it, the point at which you look in the mirror and are not pleased with your appearance because you are too fat, is the point in which you do a mini cut to try and keep your body fat in check. So the idea is not to get to like super lean and shredded, because that would just be a full cutting diet. This is just a mini cut to keep your body fat in check so that you can keep the definition as best you can during your bulk. Now, how long should you do it for? How long's a piece of string? It depends how fat you've gotten and how lean you want to get. So I would say you want to avoid doing anything longer than say 3 or 4 weeks, because then that would just be a full diet. I'd look for something around 2, maybe 3 weeks at most is what I would aim for when doing a mini cut. As I say, the idea is not to get completely lean and shredded, it is to keep your body fat in check. So you'll do the 2 or 3 weeks mini cut, so I'll drop your calories to just below maintenance. So if your maintenance would be say 3,000 calories, drop it to maybe 2,800 calories. So nothing too silly or drastic, because you don't want to go into a full cutting diet here. It's literally just to keep their body fat in check. You're going to do that for 2 or 3 weeks. And then you're going to be able to just resume with your bulk. Now, the only time you want to be doing this is when you have been bulking and you have put on too much fat, but yet you still want to get bigger. So for me, I'm actually pretty happy with my appearance in terms of how I look and my size and that sort of thing. I don't want to get ridiculously big, that's not what I'm aiming for. But, and you've seen from other videos, I do want to get bigger legs. So unfortunately, that means I have to keep myself in a bulk in order to build my legs up. I have been doing around 3,750 calories a day, sometimes bumping up to about 4,000 calories a day. I finished my cut, so started my bulk at around 185 pounds, and I've now bulked up to 204 pounds. My body fat percentage has gone from about 8% all the way up to now I'm at 15 to 16% body fat, so a big difference in body fat percentage. I know it doesn't actually sound a lot, but when you're talking about low numbers like that, the difference between, you know, 8 and 12% even, you would notice and visibly see on somebody else. So, I want to keep my body fat below 15%. That's my ideal, that's where I'm happiest, that's where I think looks best. So I want to try and keep my body fat to below 15%. So now I'm just edging above that is when I want to do my mini cut to bring it right back down again. Okay, cool. I've made some room on my desk here to try and explain how you go about implementing a mini cut. So, if I start by drawing a graph here, and what I'm going to explain is the best way in which you can do this. So, if we take the middle of the graph and let's put my maintenance calories there. So my maintenance calories are 3,500 calories a day. Then for a cut, I can go to say 3,250 calories a day. And what I've currently been on when I've been bulking is 3,750 calories a day, sometimes slightly higher. Now, what this is going to look like is I've currently been bulking, so I've been doing 3,750 calories a day. At this point here, I'm not happy with my body fat percentage. So I am, as I said, around 16% body fat, which is not where I want to be. I want to be below 15%. So I'm not going to go into a full cutting, just drop the pen lid. I'm not going to go into a full cutting diet. I'm just going to keep my body fat percentage in check. So I'm going to bring my calories down for a period of time to my cutting level of calories. Now, nothing too drastic. My maintenance calories is 3,500. My cutting, therefore, is only going to be, say, 200 to 250 calories less than my maintenance levels. You can go more, you can go to around 500 calorie deficit if you want to, but that would be extreme, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend that is the best way to go. I would say that only go into a small deficit, because really from 3,750 down to 3,250 is a big jump, and you don't really want to go much more than that. So you bring it down to here. Now you then keep at this level for a few weeks. So I say for a few weeks, you do it until you are happy with the body fat percentage that you are going to get to. So for me, I want to get to say 13 or 14% body fat, which I will track based on these scales that I have. I've got scales which give me a rough idea of what my body fat percentage is, but I'm going to be doing it by looking in the mirror. It doesn't have to be an exact science. You don't have to do it to the specific number that you want to achieve, because it's going to be very difficult for you to do. Do it by looking in the mirror. When you're happy with how lean and defined you have become, then that is the point, hopefully around here, where you will then bump your calories back up to your bulking level, and you can then continue to bulk. Now that's the beauty of the mini cut, is that when you go into this deficit, because it's for a short period of time, you don't experience the downsides that you would normally experience when you're doing your cutting. So you don't experience the muscle loss, you don't experience the hormone changes and all these sorts of things. You will just simply lose a small amount of body fat and then get to a point where you can put your calories back up again and continue to bulk. So that is how you will implement it. So you get to a point where you're not happy with your body fat percentage, you then reduce it down into a slight deficit until you get to a point where you're then happy with your level of definition, and then increase it back up to your bulking level of calories and continue to bulk. So a question you probably have is, should your training change now that you're in a mini cut? And the answer is no. I would keep your training exactly the same. There is no need to adjust it. The only thing you may want to look at is adding in cardio to help you to get into a deficit. You should already be doing cardio anyway, because it is good for you, and I would recommend it regardless of what your goals are. But you may want to increase your cardio in order to put yourself into a deficit. So what's cool about this is it works both ways round. So when you are looking to cut, like do a proper cutting diet, you would implement this but as a diet break to help you to continue to lose weight. Now I won't go into it in this video because it's not relevant and it would be a stupidly long video and too much information to take in, but I will put a link to a video where I've already spoken about diet breaks when you're cutting to help you to continue to lose weight. So yeah, I'll put a link up there for you to go and check that out if you're in the opposite situation and you are looking to continue to lose weight. So I think that's all. I think I've covered everything. So I'm going to thank you for watching right now. If you have any questions, please jump down into the comments below and I will do my best to answer every single one, and I'm more than happy to help. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing and you'll be able to, you know, keep in the loop with all that's going on, and hopefully I can help you to build the physique you've always wanted. So subscribe. If you thought the content was useful, obviously give it a thumbs up and like the video. And And if you have subscribed, I guess I will see you in the next one. Bye.